Hello everybody, Fearmy Games for the next part of my Total War Rome 2 using the Divided Emperor mod. We're, okay, they say playthrough, I meant campaign. Jeez, I need to work on that. So last episode we tried to attack Phraaspa, but then we encountered a bit of a problem. The fact that the enemy army was perfectly positioned to stop our army from going through to attack, because we're just not in a position, I think, to take on that many armies. But we have ways of go. But we took Antiochia, Antioch, through the use of our armies. Our army will be taking a few turns to rebuild and replenish, but once all is said and done, we have made progress. Sorry if you see me shifting around a little bit. My butt's been bothering me for some reason the last like couple minutes. I don't know why. I think it's been I've sitting in the chair too long today. I've been spending a couple of hours signing like documents and getting stuff set up for the move. Yesterday I packed away all my boxes, my video games, and my movies that have the physical DVD copies into boxes and set them up to get ready for the move. I still have a lot of other things left over to pack up, but I got all the big important things. Like munitions, my books. The things that can be packed up last is it's still going to be a week before I do that. We are here. I'll give you military access if you give me a military alliance. We may have a non-aggression pact, but I'm not going to.
Consider the alternatives, and you will see that there is very little sense in anything else.
Maybe I'll give them a defensive alliance, see if they accept that. Oops. I'll give you military access if you give me defensive alliance. Alright. We might have to prepare for war against Pergamon and against Egypt. Perfect! The army has settled in Ganzak, which means Phraaspa has been opened up for us to attack. This is all according to the will of the gods. Man, we'll definitely need to make another army ASAP if we're expecting war from Pergamon and Egypt. Because that would be a problem. Not too surprising, we've kind of blocked them off. Sorry. While this end things, I need to check this. My girlfriend's having some problems signing the lease. She's on vacation, so it's like, yeah. Yeah, but hopefully we'll get that resolved. I got everything up. I got everything else set up. So just once that's done, we're basically good to go. Well, there's one thing I need to do, but I'm double checking to see if I can do it easily. I don't know where that faction is. Apparently interacted with a new faction. What? The Antigonida? That sounds like something like that should be from the Seleucids, honestly. I don't know this faction, Caledoni? Danoi? I don't know those guys. Oh, the Macedons! That's who that is.
Enter, friend, and speak.
Why won't you trade with me? Asshole.
I think trade a bad idea. We do not want...
What is my army like in the north? How are they doing? They're definitely a weak army. I mean, they're mostly there to just hold garrison that, but they're not really a threat to anything. I'm gonna make this one into, I think, a metropolis, if that's gonna be probably the best one, I think. This to do that now rather than later. But thankfully, with that army retreating, that means we can now attack Phraaspa and take it for ourselves. But first, before I attack, I want to double check a couple of things. So you go to Edessa. You are still replenishing troops. I'm going to recruit I want war elephants, but I can't afford war elephants. I want 2 war elephants. What do I still need besides that? I need a supply train. That's what I need in this army. One thing I can do if I want to is I can replace these archers with my Syrian armor, heavy archers, which is probably what I'm going to do, considering we still have 2 trains ready before my army's fully replenished. And so I'll probably build 2 of those. Actually, I'll need a couple trains if I want the elephants, because elephants are expensive. Jeez. That's what to finish. Alright, well, I think what's going to do now is we're going to attack Phraaspa. Phraaspa, we have returned for your booty! Swiggity swooty. Did he really just not reply to that? 1 second. Yes. The thing where it's like, I asked him if something requires me to ask me to photocopy something, is it okay if I just take a picture of it, because I don't know if my printer has the ability to photocopy something. And he replies to me like completely like, do you have this? I'm like, and it's like, oh, it's like, no, Dad, I don't have that. And then he's like, do you have this? Which is the thing I asked him about in the first place. I'm like, yes, Dad, but that's not the question. The question was, my question was, is it okay if I do something that's basically the same thing but not exactly what they asked for? Hopefully I actually get an answer to that question now that I've asked it again. So we got our pikemen in the center, ready to hold. I guess they must have sallied out to attack us instead of fighting in the city, since we're not in the city right now, that we have previously taken and held for our own. I would say this army is stronger than it was when I originally retook it, because it's a little bit more flexible. This army is a little bit more flexible than the army that I originally took. The original army that took it was strong really strong to have against Armenia, but not very strong against. But it was not very strong against. Against an army that was of equal strength, with that equal quality of troops, because pikemen just beat phalanxes quite well. I don't know why my audio sounds a little off right now in the game, but oh well, nothing I can do about it. And my audio sounded off ever since I upgraded my computer, my Elgato software. There we go. Let me lock information to where it is now. Alright. Let's see, keep my cav on the flanks. Don't run. Just walk. Enemy cav there. The cav will have the advantage of going downhill if they attack, but I think my guys are superior. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. I'm going to speed things up now. I'm going to speed things up because we're walking and being all strategic, and like, I guess that must slow them down slightly, yeah. Our nice little pipe, and they don't have any shields. It'd be even better if they had shields. That they don't. But that serves the purpose well enough, I think. And of course we have our phalanxes, our axemen, our cav. Yeah, I don't want to run them because my guys are all in a nice formation. I don't want to break it up or risk my archers going in front of my phalanxes. The Scythians are actually, from what I can tell, the best at flanking archers I've seen so far because they have very good AP and armor and weapon damage. They just aren't very strong armor-wise. Which basically means they're not quite as good if attacked directly, but they're really good at they can get the flank off. So it's like a bit of a trade-off. I quite enjoy that aspect of them. Well, my cav is basically as ready as they're going to be, so I'm just going to keep them up, ready to go. The way they look is kind of funny with the speed bonus. They're very carefully walking in formation. Meanwhile, they have their basic Greek hoplites. It shouldn't be that hard of a battle in terms of killing the enemy, just due to the simple fact that I do need my guys to move up now as fast, especially my archers to move up. Because now what's happening is that the enemy is firing at us and we can't fire back at them. Like, so my more elite cavalry will take out their cav. Our spearmen are holding the line just fine. Apparently these phalanxes actually move faster than mine does. Have my spears go into the flank of their horsemen, will easily kill them. The archers are firing to their side, so we're doing just fine in that respect. And keep chasing. Yeah, keep up the fight, boys. These Thrail Spearsmen were doing a good job with what they needed to do. Oh, that guy must have accidentally ordered to charge, and whoops. Thankfully, they're not. Doesn't look like they're taking advantage of that fact. Now, these guys are getting peppered by arrows to soften them up before my main troops arrive. Meanwhile, over here, my pikemen are doing a good job of doing what pikemen do. Now, where's my cav? My cav are almost in position to flank. Oops, my Thrail Spears, I accidentally set them to attack. I accidentally got them flanking. Oopsies. Okay, keep them moving. Get rid of the enemy archers. Oh my! When did they return? Let's try and send our back train up, lock them down while I send my other unit of archers to assist them. Thankfully, they have the morale problems right now. There we go, perfect. Alright, what's going on over here? This guy's being surrounded on multiple sides now. So you're doing a great job with what you're doing. We just cleared their entire archer line now with our cav. These guys have actually exposed their flanks to my archers. The perfect target right there. Yeah, they broke before even the cav engaged. I'm going to order these guys to halt their firing because they're going to start doing more friendly fires than anything else right now. There, they're broken. The pikemen did an amazing job. There we go. Victory is ours. We have Phraaspa. We took almost no losses, which means I'm quite confident in being able to hold Phraaspa if attacked. Oh, that was good. Our archers did a nice bit of work there. I'm not too surprised that the enemy was not very strong in their own right. Okay, good. If that's all I need to do, then I will have that done after this video is recorded. There's one thing I need to do where I need to take a picture of proof of identification and send it in, but they said to photocopy it. I'm like, oh, I don't know. And but my dad, I checked with my dad, and he says taking a picture should be fine. So hopefully it will be. I'll send that in because I need to make it. I need to like apply to get some stuff set. Annoying, but doable. Our one non elite cavalry guy did actually a nice amount of kills. He probably was the first one I engaged in the archers. Nothing is so fortified that it can't be conquered with money. Cicero, Roman lawyer and statesman. I see Cicero as a believer of the power of money. Looks like there's gonna be another rebellion over here soon. Apparently, I need to convert that to my own barracks. Yeah. In a turn, I should be ready to go. Yeah, one turn, and my army should be ready to advance onto Ganzak. Let me do some scouting to see if there's any additional armies incoming that my spy might be able to account for. I don't see anything like in this region, but there's no telling if there's anything over here though. But bright side, in one turn I'll attack. Even though my army's gonna be outnumbered, I think it'll be valuable to attack them. I do have to be very careful on my western border though. Tarsos is not a very strong area and is only recently conquered. There's one reason why I don't have a problem with having this army be delayed in advancing at all, because mostly due to that fact. So we'll see how it goes. Now you guys, you do you, boos. Just hold the line against those barbarian scum. Alright, let's end turn. There's nothing else we can do with our armies. We're almost at the Imperium level that we can, we're almost at the Imperium level where we can get another army. And the moment that's done, I plan to make that one and have it watch over the border with Pergamon. Honestly, I'm not actually all that concerned about it being taken right now, because I think out of everything, it might be one of the stronger areas, but I could be wrong. I have to double check now the garrisons. I'm not sure, because I know I built some stuff in there, but I don't know if actually how many of them actually gave me garrison stuff. But Pergamon has asked me twice now for military access, and both times they were denied. Looks like they're retreating from Ganzak, which means it should be an easy conquest there. Like the AI in like Rome 2, they're a lot better, especially I think with the Divide Empire. They're a lot better with keeping to their agreements of a non-aggression pact, but it's only a non-aggression pact. It's not an alliance. Looks like I see the barbarians are wanting to attack. They might go for Tanais instead. And Tanais, while it'll have a decent garrison, it's still a garrison town in a minor city, so we might have some problems. Because this army, I could move this over here, but honestly, I think I'm better at defending a town with this army than in the open field. Especially because it's a lot of basic militia hoplites. So let's see. Taxable flexibility. I do like that one. Tortoises, I don't have a problem with that one personally. See, I do want some agricultural upgrades too. Let's go for legal institutions for some money, because this gives me a little bit of tax rate, but also the public order bonus I think is going to be the most important. What's the political situation like? They're all in within their 20s at least. It's not the end of the world. Ooh, I like that. Alright, so what's Almacia looking like? Let me double check that real fast. So Almacia, it has like a garrison bonus, and it's not an insignificant town, but it's definitely not the strongest place in the world. Tarsus, I'm going to upgrade so that way it gets a better garrison. Phraaspa, I would like to convert that over. Upgrade this because I like the food bonus it provides. Upgrade that, and I guess... So one's industry, one's some slaves. We definitely have a lot of slaves, but let's go for industry. Alright, we'll go to encircle for now. I'm going to tackle it a little bit. Looks like we're having a we were having a problem with replenishing our troops in this area. So that is a bit of a concern. So what's the situation with this guy's army? Lots of cav. Honestly, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move here. If I take a position at this bridge before they attack, then to get through past me, they'd have to go over the bridge, and that would be a good checkpoint for me to keep them away from both Tanais and from Saracena. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back to patrol region. I mean, they can't attack. I don't think they can attack me if they leave their stance. I'm not sure though. All right, let's attack Ganzak. This one looks to be about the same strength as Phraaspa to take, so it shouldn't be the end of the world to take. Our guys are a little wounded, so it's going to get a little bit more wounded, but nothing you can do about it, really. Once I take on Zak, I can do what they did, and I can have my guy firmly planted in between them. So if the armies attack directly, then the army gets to get some nice bonuses, but if they... So basically I'm going to do what the AI did. The AI has actually taught me a new stratagem that I did not consider previously. I am adapting. I'm a winner.
Step, archers! Ready for orders.
By your command. Hoplites in the phalanx basically makes a nice strong front line for us, very solid line to hold the enemy off, and then the axemen are really good for standing slightly behind them, but in line as well, so that they can flank the enemy. And then I'm going to bring these guys in, essentially a bit of a flank, just to try and keep the enemy cav honest. And I don't want my archers exactly where they are right now. I'm going to make them a little bit more, change them up slightly. Alright, there we go. That should be good. And then I'm going to put my baggage train back here. The reason I put them back here is to make it less like, to put a little bit in the way of any cavalry rear charges into my archers. They're not going to win the fight, but they'll at least make it so the initial charge is not as painful as it would otherwise be. Just going to speed that up. Group 2 looks like it's on the right flank. Group 1's on the left flank. So it looks like it's going to be another standoff. I'm just going to my guys to walk up to them. Once they get to a certain distance, I'll start having them run, because I want my archers to be able to get into range of them. Is the enemy going to... to come all the way up to me. That's interesting. Or are they just coming part of the way here? Looks like the archers are going a little faster than my phalanxes for some reason, despite the fact they're supposed to stay in formation. That's kind of weird. But it does happen sometimes. I got a message. I'm gonna move up. Come on, please, just stop messaging me for another 20 minutes. About here will be good. Okay, the problem's been resolved. That means I can let the person know that the problem's been solved. Alright, well, I'm sorry that you guys have to watch the battle lines move forward, but doesn't it help your immersion? Look at all those spears glistening in the late evening sun. All these men and their full armor and large shields. And then these men and women in the back with their clothes and their barbarianness prepared to go pew pew from the distance. Because they don't have the bravery to face the enemy head on. Nice. So it looks like the enemy's actually going to charge us this time instead of us charging them. That's a change of strategy I wasn't expecting, but I'm very happy to see it. Yeah, these guys are getting blasted by my archers. The javelins of my spearmen. They're charging right into brace spears. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, that's not the best idea you've ever had, AI. The enemy cav are lighter, so they can actually outrun my cav, which are heavy, but my cav staying on them should allow us to stay just fine. I'm gonna get my guys ready for potentially needing to deal with the enemies here. Alright, where's my cav over here? I think that guy's broken. Yeah, he's shattered, so we can bring both of them in, as well as the unit of spears. That was over here. Let's bring two into order here. What's the situation here with our spearmen? They're doing a good... They're taking a couple of blows, but they're fine overall. Yeah, pikemen are doing a really good job. On this flank, we're actually winning quite easily. This guy, our swordsmen actually need to have some assistance at your ASAP. Let's have our general go there, this guy go there. Alright. Let's actually order this guy to attack over here. When that step archer unit runs out of arrows, it'll be perfectly fine. Awesome. Alright, perfect charge there from our cav to deal with the enemy head on. The flanks over here are slowly being collapsed in our favor. The center is holding just fine. That guy actually got kind of obliterated. I'm surprised. Wonder what happened there.
Companion cavalry. General, on the board, glory!
Wiping out the enemy archers.
Step archers!
Blasted by these arrows. How many kills? They've got not too bad amount of kills. Boom! Victory! Gonzaga is now ours as well. Looky here. We're dominating the world. Look, that Viking at 212 kills, and that was a hero unit right there. These guys, our Axemen barely took any damage. I'm surprised. Even the one that was actually being kind of part of the front line didn't take too much damage. 2 of our hoplites are damaged, but the other 2 are basically undamaged, so that's fine with me. Our Thrail Spears got a nice amount of kills. Cav got a nice amount of kills. I think we found a nice, good army. We got a nice, solid front line of hoplites and pikemen. A nice mobile spears on the flanks along with the axemen. Spears to fight off the enemy help fight off the enemy cav. The axes to flank the enemies and go for those nice armor piercing damage. I love this army right here. And of course our Scythians to do some nice arrow fire damage. Not that arrows will get any better, I think, in terms of damage. Not that I know of, at least for archers. The Assyrian archers are really good, but I think my Scythian archers are also doing a pretty nice job. Now Gonzak is ours, and now we can have another army. Perfect. Though now we have a food problem, apparently. What is this? Let me demolish this. Yeah, well, we can't really make use of this. There's no point to it, and we already have a hoplite barrack, so we don't need this anyways. We'll just demolish this and build something else in its place. So the army is fled all the way back here to Ekabana. Looks like they are rebuilding their armies though, so Gonzak will have a problem soon. Unfortunately, we can't replenish our armies due to our location. Can you do some sabotage here? Only 36% chance, but dang it, she got wounded. So I've decided to try and have them leave the area if they can. I do love the Stratigal Spears. I like that. I also like this. What else is as an option? Nah, that's not very important to me. Oh, that one's not too bad. I like this one. That's why I'm thinking of getting that, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else that interests me more. I do like all of these, honestly. Let's go for this one. So where's the rebel army over here? Or has that not happened yet? I guess it hasn't happened yet. I'm not sure if I want to actually attack Edessa, considering there's a rebel army on the kind of causing problems here. I'm gonna just pull this guy back and have him deal with the rebel army before I actually have him engage the enemy over there. We will, for a turn, have some food problems. Gonzak is a bit of a food swallowing monstrosity, apparently. So one thing I can do is I can plop it here. That actually will cause me more food problems. Well, I can't afford my new elephants this turn, so I have to wait until next turn. Alright, well. was at the end turn. Even though I wanted to start making that second army now, we'll have to wait. Well, you still not trade with me. Awesome. Now I have a trade with everybody. They're not a big fan of the fact that I have a treaty with Crete and with the Macedons, but that's fine with me. These guys do like me, but we'll see how long that lasts. Rome, I've actually discovered Rome. They very much don't like me, apparently. They're worth a lot of people. How about you become my friends, Rome? Yes, trade! Rome, they're probably not as happy. Now Athens and Sparta probably aren't as happy with me. What does Pergamon feel about that? They shouldn't hate me for it, right? Yeah, good. And Pergamon is not a very big army. It's not a very big empire. It's decently sized for the AI, but it's probably about the size that Armenia was when I started war with it, I think. So I'm not overly concerned, but we'll see. Alright, let's just end turn, I think, here. Oh, apparently I got a new edict. I kind of forgot about that. So what do I have here? I have... Oh, I don't have an edict fish here. Maybe I can fix this problem. Reading games. That one I don't really have enough food to give it for. Maybe I'll start doing the sell slaves thing to try and reduce the public order problems for now. See if that helps at all. Let's see. There's not enough to... Actually, apparently, that made it worse. No, it hasn't made any changes. Never mind. Never mind. Let's do the selling of slaves then. Where is my selling of slaves? There it is. Okay, enter. Hopefully when I demolish those two buildings, our food should be a little bit more in the green, but I think it's going to still be in the red.
Have you not noticed that a marriage properly contracted and considered...
I'm not against a non-aggression pact with you right now. Here, I'll give you it if you do not ask me for money. In fact, maybe you can give me money. It's still high. What the hell? 3,000 gold in our coffers for a non-aggression pact. I think this was a good deal. Alright, that finance right there, our second elephant. Perfect. Thank you, Romans. Much appreciated. Don't worry, Romans. You can be in the west. I will take the east. We will split the known world. 50-50. What am I saying? 80-20 in my favor. We'll see how it goes. Alright. So we have 2 territories that we've taken. Oh, I forgot to move that army to kind of stop the Scythians from causing trouble. But it seems that they've backed off, at least for now. I'm starting to keep an eye on the situation in case they decide to become aggressive. There's the rebel armies, which I'll be able to wipe out. And then once that wipes out, I'll just move on to get that army to Edessa. I do love the thriving trade, but I do need food. Let's go for trade. Now, we do have the problem of a food shortage now. Even demolishing those 2 buildings still is causing us a food shortage. A bit awkward. I kind of would love to make this, but I kind of need it. Unfortunately, there's no edicts that would help with food, is there? Let's see, do you have... Which one do you have? Just 14% taxes. What are you over here? Selling slaves. Yeah, there's nothing to... Oh, wait, there is import food. So let's do that. Import food. There we go. That's an idea. That should buy us a few turns until our food stocks are full again. Then we can stop importing food. Alright, wipe them out. Get whipped. Ares Dread will need to replenish. I won't be able to replenish until next turn, it looks like, though. I want the campaign movement and the... What's this army made up of? Mostly spearmen. So this one then. We wiped out the enemy armies. And we're going to get these... We need to replenish this army, though, a little bit more. But we have financed the first of our 2 elephants. I think I used the rest of the money to, instead of making elephants, to build buildings, so... I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So let's see. I can do banditry patrolling. Fortunately, our scout's been wounded, but where's my champion? I'm gonna bring him up here to do some scouting for me. The Seleucia is still there. I want to take Phraaspa as soon as I can. I'm gonna have the army here, and then I'm gonna have him recruit. That way, it will help. You know, with the public order problems. See, now it's positive instead of being negative, so definitely think that was a good idea. And over here, these guys seem to have backed off. They're actually a little bit wounded. I wonder why. Alright, let's end turn again, because there's nothing else I can do right now. My armies are kind of stuck where they are for now. Oh my gosh. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, let's end. I should have done the end turn thing while I got the phone call. There's my dad was asking me for a favor. Something's going on. But I'll be doing that after the video's done. A lot of stuff to do today. Sorry if I'm a little distracted. I was originally going to be doing a lot more videos today, but I ended up not doing as many videos as I planned. I hope to get another video done before bed, but it'll have to be after raids. Did I move my clothes from the dryer to the dryer? I think I forgot to do that. I'll have to do that in a few minutes. Remind me, guys. One of the Arabian Peninsula factions, I think, has appeared with a missionary or something, or some guy who I don't recognize, unless that's just the spy. Could be. So we have taken 2 set. We are now bigger than we ever were before. We just have food problems to feed everybody. Cutting a little bit into our income to feed people, but it's better not to starve to death, right? I think so. And we got trade with Rome and Macedon. 2 decently sized factions. I think actually Macedon's probably pretty small. But Rome is, expanding. Rome has conquered, So that trade, I think our money's gone up by quite a lot. Because we're focused definitely on trade. Adopt character. One of my characters, stop the adoption. Fuck them. So I'm not a big fan of that because I think it just... Oh my god, we need to secure your loyalty. As I was about to say is that it's cost me the ability to... It's cost me the ability to Brain stopped working. I see an army over here. The dread of looks like they have 2 armies on the another second army on the way. We should send these guys as fast as they can over to Ganzak. Maybe to be able to assist in the defense. Thankfully, with this guy set outside of the settlement, it does mean that I could retreat him back. I'd rather not give up on all my investments here if I can, but there's 2 armies here, and I don't have a force march to get there faster. Fortunately, this does mean that I have to wait another turn before I can get to my war elephants. Damn political problems. Though, why can't I secure that guy's loyalty? I still have plenty of money. Oh, his loyalty is already being secured? What happens if I purge him? Okay, no real point to that then. Okay. Good to know. Wait, who's this purple faction? Oh, the nobility. So the noble families is the weakest one. Which is interesting. Subversive. But they hate Easterners. I don't really know. So you hate barbarians. And you are traditionalist. And you are also populist. What are my tax rates? They're average. I don't see anywhere my taxes are higher than average. Yeah. Strange, but okay. Alright, we'll just have to end turn again. I think I'm going to do the end turn sequence and then say goodbye to everybody. So I'm going to end turn. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, press that like, comment down below. For Rumble if you're on Rumble. Subscribe to see more of my content. And feel free to comment down below with anything you guys wish to say. Preferably nice things, but if it's not nice things, then oh well. I just won't like you. It's okay. Bye-bye, everybody.